All right, so time to move on here to our the next very important step, and we're going to code our segue so we can move from one screen to the next, and also that we're going to go ahead and just have some different outcomes based off of the the button that the user is going to click here. Okay, so first thing we're going to do, okay, so let's go into our view controller file. All right, let's get rid of did receive memory warning. We don't need that. Let's just put a problem here, or a comment, prepare methods, excuse me, thinking ahead here, segue methods. Okay, just so our code's organized and we know what we're doing here when we look back at this later. Okay, so segue functions are part of UI view controller. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we got a function called prepare for segue that we're going to use here. So if we start typing out prepare, all right, we're going to get all these different things that are coming from UI view controller. We want to look for this one right here, prepare for segue, UI storyboard segue, sender any. So let's go ahead and click enter on that, and our function gets put into place here. Okay, so again, autocomplete that. Just don't try and type that all out. It's just too much work there. Keep it easy, keep it simple. Okay, so next thing we're going to do, all right, is we're going to go through and we're going to code our function right now. So the first thing we need to do is tell our code, where are we going? What's the destination? Where are we segueing to? So if you go back to our storyboard, we know we're going from this view controller to our second view controller. All right, so that's where we're going here. Okay, so that's what we got to tell our code. So to do that, the first thing we're going to do is create a constant. We'll call this one let new VC. Okay, we're going to go ahead and create that new VC, and we're going to go ahead and this is going to be kind of just a variable to hold that, or a constant. Okay, so inside that, we're going to go ahead and we're going to call segue. All right, so again, this is inside the function dot destination. So basically, we're saying we're going to a destination, and we're going to say as second view controller. So what this line of code is saying is that we're going from one view controller, all right, segue destination. All right, and then the next thing we're going to be looking to do there is we're going to end up on the new VC, okay, and then we're going to end up at this segue destination second view controller, okay. So after we do that, okay, so what we're going to do right now is we'll keep it simple, and we'll just say the destination view controller will be just be a different color, blue or red here, based on what we've got here. So we're going to use an if statement. So we're going to go if segue dot identifier, all right, is passed. So these are now the segue identifiers we used on our storyboard. All right, so when we click on these different identifiers, that's where these come into play. All right, because our code's now going to read what identifier we call or we compare it to, and it's going to give us a different outcome. So if the identifier is passed, okay, we're going to go. So now we're going to change the background color of the next view controller. So to do that, we can go new VC. All right, because again, we create this constant here. New VC is the second view controller. New VC dot background, that view dot background color. Okay, is going to equal UI color dot red. Okay. Else if segue dot identifier is equal to blue. Okay, same idea. New VC dot view dot background color is going to equal UI color dot blue. So let's go over everything we just did here. So again, we said, so if the identifier is passed on the new view controller, the background is going to be red. If it's blue, the new color is going to be, or excuse me, if the identifier is blue, then the background color will be blue. Okay, so now again, what is this view dot background color? What's all that? Let's just review some of the things here. So when you go to your storyboard, again, every view controller, okay, actually I'll click on the second one here and go to our outline. Okay, every view controller has this thing called a view. Okay, so within that view, all right, there's these properties that you can access, and one of those being the background color. So view.background color is what we're talking about there. So we're talking about the whole view of second view controller. We want to change the background color property of that view. And if it's passed, it's going to be red. If it's blue, it's going to be blue. Okay, so let's see if this works here. So let's give this a run. Let that load up slowly but surely. Alright, so let's click on past. We get the red screen. Let's go back home. We click on future. Okay, so let's see what's going on. So right now we are not getting anything happening. So let's troubleshoot this together. So we've got future but not blue. So let's see, what did we not do here? Okay, so F segue identifier is, oh, that's why I put blue here, and that should be future. All right, so that's my mistake there. So let's run this again. All right, so again, hope maybe you caught that already. If you did, good job. That's me being careless here with my work. My apologies. We should be good to go now, but let's give this a run here. See if we get that blue background. Some school colors here. All right, here we go. So we go future. There we go. Now we're in business. All right, so you can see now again. It's only one screen. We've got two different outcomes based on using that identifier and some conditional checks. So kind of neat, pretty powerful that you can do that. Okay, so to review again, the big steps from this stage here was right here. This prepare for segue function. That's the key to being able to segue and creating different outcomes and passing information and setting background colors. So we're able to do that here. I think pretty nicely here. And again, the biggest step is you set up your destination and put that in a constant new VC, and then you can customize new VC based on the identifier that you call. So again, tricky step there. All right, so make sure again your app is working where you're getting two different color outcomes when you click on each button, a different outcome based on your code. Again, if things are not working out correctly with that, again, make sure you stop, get assistance as much as you need to. And then just make sure if you're having problems, either get help from a neighbor, ask myself there. But again, I think you guys are probably following along real nicely here, and we'll keep moving here. We'll start working on getting an image to pass forward, so kind of advancing this one more step. So great job so far. We'll see you in the next video.